Hello, my lovely Sagittarians, and welcome to your Love's Heart healing messages. We are going to do a reading here focusing on any sort of pain or difficulty or negative energy that each of the signs are holding. And I'm going to obviously talk about Sagittarius in this video. And this can be in any aspect of a relationship. It can be a love relationship, committed relationship. It could also be in family relationships, friends relationships, whatever it is. It could be a loss through a death or a loss, anything that has created some sort of a heartbreak in you and difficulty for you to kind of get through, and creating an imbalance in your energy. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually talk about Sagittarius as in general, as a whole, the Sagittarian energy, and also going to talk about how ways you can bring forth a different aspect of yourself within your birth chart using the energies around that were available for you at birth, and kind of bring forth some rebalancing of yourself. This obviously is a huge topic to take on in such short videos, but I do feel just generally touching the surface is also beneficial. I do feel that many of us go through life not recognizing ways in which we self-defeat or create more problems for ourselves than we should have. And we do a lot of that unintentionally, obviously. A lot of it is subconscious driven. So hopefully bringing forth some of these messages to the conscious so that we can be aware and continue to develop in a healing way. The months I'm going to be focusing on is going to be September all the way through December 2017. And I'm going to pull 3 cards as well and focus on those cards, read those cards and see what energy is coming through those cards. And then I'm going to do a little bit of crystal gazing. Initially, I thought I was going to be pulling from the Archangel Oracle card deck, but I have not been inclined to do so in most of the readings. I don't even think I did it in any of the readings. So I'm kind of just going with the energy flow and seeing what the guides want me to pull. But I am going to do the standard 3 cards and the crystal gazing as well. Okay, so let's start talking about Sagittarian energy as a whole. So Sagittarian energy is the philosopher of the zodiac sign. So Sagittarians are great at the higher aspects of thinking, of being, higher learning, different cultures, different languages. And so really, really great about bringing forth all of those things into their lives and those around them. It's the teacher of the zodiac, so to speak. The professor, I guess, is a good word. So when Sagittarian energy is out of balance, I think Sagittarians can get lost in what they're looking for as the other, the higher level of thinking, and missing the day-to-day, or missing the mundane, so to speak. When Sagittarians are out of balance, they're too far removed from what is their current reality, because they want to explore and continue to learn more and continue to go out and think and read and contemplate or travel, and not really focus on what is in their immediate environment when they're out of balance, right? And this is generally speaking, and this can go for Sagittarian ascendant sign, moon, and sun sign, and it will be on different levels of your life depending on which one of you are a sun, moon, or ascendant sign. So, but generally speaking, not getting too much into that detail, just generally speaking, when Sagittarius is out of balance, one way that they can bring themselves back into balance is to adopt some of the energy of their polar opposite sign in their zodiac wheel, which would be Gemini. So if they bring forth some Gemini energy into their existence, then they're able to balance themselves out. And Gemini brings forth communication on a daily basis. Gemini focuses on what is around them and in their smaller environments rather than other world or outer world or out of culture or different things outside of exploration. Their focus is on more of their neighborhood, so to speak, the people around them that they see every day. So Sagittarius can use some of that energy to bring them down from the foreign into the familiar. And that can help some Sagittarians who are out of balance. Recognizing that there is beauty in the day-to-day mundane as well as looking to the higher up level thinking and, you know, exploration and kind of going out and about and meeting all the people and teaching and talking, but really kind of getting down to basics, back to basics. So that's a general overview of how you can rebalance your energy, Sagittarians, when you're out of balance. So now I'm going to go ahead and pull 3 cards from the Archangel Oracle card deck, asking the guides to bring 3 messages to us pertaining to your heart's healing. Again, this is focusing on months September through December. Okay. So the first message I got for you is 6 of air. And I feel many of you Sagittarians have been dealing with a challenging situation, lots of pressure around you to make decisions, to be a certain way, to be responsible for certain things. I feel a lot of you Sagittarians have felt that pressure. A lot of people have experienced in the recent year and a half, I think, you know, about a year and a half ago, Jupiter was retrograde, and that is one of the planets that rule Sagittarius, and that creates lots of havoc, lots of confusion around many of you. And I think you had some really difficult times in the past year and a half to 2 years with maybe poor decision making, maybe going at things a little too fast, not seeing the details, getting lost in the overall picture, but not really focusing on details. And I feel this has definitely to do with relationships. I feel many of you made decisions based on an overall feeling or feeling trapped in some relationships, and really we're trying to break through that feeling of entrapment and didn't recognize all of the collateral damage that happened along the way. I do feel that this is a lot more of a passing energy. I do think that many of you Sagittarians have decided, you know, to move forward despite any obstacles that were there, and kind of took a trip and kind of, you know, did what Sagittarians typically do, which is just kind of explore different options. But I do feel you overwhelmed yourself too. And I feel that you may have missed opportunities of great development and of great experiences. And I think some of you may have realized that and have some regret and some broken hearts over it. So what I'm seeing though, again, is towards the end of the 2017, I do feel lots of you are getting through this energy and things are looking up. Either if it was a relationship, a love relationship, I do feel some of you were able to mend fences, even if it wasn't something that you are together in a relationship, a committed relationship. I think some of you were able to get through some breakups and actually remain friends. I also feel if this has to do with a family situation that yes, there were difficult times, maybe a loss in family members, a death or somebody sick and ill. I feel like you were able to kind of get through that and move forward as well. Things are obviously not 100% the same and there are still some pains there, but things are looking up. Those of you who were facing relationships that came back from the past in the past year and a half and had to make a decision between two people, I feel that some of you made a decision that you regretted, and so you left somebody for somebody else and regretted that decision, and now left that other person is what's coming through here, and now you are just kind of, you know, you found yourself alone. You found yourself without anybody. And I feel that that was something that some of you had to really go through to recognize what it is that you really, really need in a partner and what it is that you overlooked. Again, I feel that if this has not ended, it is very close to end and you are in the stages where change is happening. I do see the next card here. You have the Ace of Fire. And when I look at this Ace of Fire, I feel that there is a new opportunity. There is a new passion becoming apparent to you. And it could be within career, it can be within love. Whatever it is, or a new hobby or a new skill, whatever it is, it's really getting you really excited towards the end of 2017. And I feel like you feel it's your new opportunity for, because of these difficult times. It's your new time to shine. It's something new, a new adventure. And yes, I do feel that that is coming to you, and I feel that it could be an actual new relationship also coming to you with somebody who is also a fellow fire sign. And somebody also, or it could be somebody also with a water sign, a Cancer, is what I'm hearing and seeing, or it can be that combination of fire and water. What I feel though is it's also warning you, because the next card I get is the Four of Air, and I feel that you need to really contemplate, take that time, don't get, because again, Sagittarians, you are a fire energy, so you don't want to move too quickly in your decisions. I feel like if you're going to make a decision and really commit to this new relationship that's being offered, I don't see anything really developing until spring, end of spring next year, or summertime. And I feel that this time you should cultivate and really cultivate this relationship. This relationship could also be a relationship that somebody is at a distance. And I feel that you really need to rest, really think about what it is that you is definitely in your best interest, because I feel with this past relationship that you've had in the past year and a half that you really need to heed those lessons in starting a new one, especially one that may be considered at a distance. I do feel you're also being asked to meditate and really think through your experiences. You want to decipher what to bring with you when you're moving on to your next level. What do you bring with you and what do you leave behind? Okay. I feel to draw an additional clarification card. Also, I'm going to go through the scenario if this is not a broken up relationship and you're still within a committed relationship, or if this is pertaining to somebody in your family or somebody that you love that's in your family, not a love relationship. Okay, so what I get is the first card as a clarification card for the Six of Air is the Devil. So you want to be cautious of, you know, really being obsessive of certain things, addicted to certain things, addicted to the high of the passion, the high of the, you know, adventure. And then you have Temperance card when it comes to the Ace of Fire as a clarification. So this new opportunity relationship that's being brought forth, I think you need to take it slow, clearly, with this Temperance card. That's actually a Sagittarius card, I believe, as well. So they're asking you, Sagittarius, to balance and take it slow. And do some more research. Research into some spiritual practices you're being asked with this Four of Air, taking some time away, a spiritual vacation, somewhere where you can meditate, somewhere where you can, even if you don't meditate and you don't practice anything specifically spiritual, even if you are into a sport or some sort of physical activity is really good for you and can connect you to the divine source when you're out in nature. Now let's take this scenario if this is actually you are within the same relationship. What I want to warn you is you don't want to go back to those unhealthy bonds in that same relationship, whether it was a codependent relationship, a codependency aspect of the relationship. You want to be aware of that and don't fall back into the trap. Some of you may actually be in the relationship with a Capricorn also, because this is a Capricorn card. So you want to be aware of those bonding chains and you want to break those away. You don't want to take that with you. I do feel many of you have already either severed the relationship of codependency or rethought and reorganized that relationship through counseling or help. I feel that there is a new passion within this relationship and there's a new start, but you have to take that start carefully and make sure that you don't fall into the same old patterns. And what I do feel is in that relationship that you can take a vacation together, and I feel both of you learning different aspects of one another and different aspects of how to live within a relationship. I feel that that would be really beneficial, reading relationship books, communication books, and, you know, things like that, like self-help books as well. Now, if this is with a family member, I do feel some of you guys maybe have dealt with in the past a family member who had some sort of an addiction or who you know, hurt themselves or hurt you, and your heart is really, you know, broken because of it. And I feel that they are coming forth back to you, Sagittarians, with a new start, or you see them having a new start, and you and them are having a new start together in your relationship, but you want to take that slow and balanced. And then I also feel, again, you need some time of rest and really think about ways you should go about with that relationship, and also looking into research and learning self-help books. Let's say, for example, if the relationship is with somebody who was an alcoholic, or if you have a parent or family member or a child who is addicted to alcohol or things like that, kind of going in, learning about different aspects of how you can develop into the relationship a lot better. Again, looking more into the details, pulling in that Gemini energy, and looking at what you have around you and in your everyday environment instead of looking outwardly or too broadly. Okay, I'm going to pull the crystal now and see what I get for you guys. This is for Sagittarius, for heart's healing. I see a toad, and I've been getting lots of animal totems. So I really am actually, after getting all these animal totem messages, I'm going to get a book because I don't know the meaning of many of them. But so I'm asking you guys to please go and look and see what it is that the guys are telling you through this crystal. So I'm seeing a toad, to look up the meaning of a toad, spiritual meaning of toad. And I also see a pelican and a toad, Sagittarian. So if you can look up those two animal totems and see what it is the spirit guides are bringing forth. They seem to bring, I've looked them up after the videos for some of the ones that I've done already. And honestly, I'm really shocked on how well they go with the messages that come through. So again, for you Sagittarians, we're talking, I saw a toad and a pelican. So if you can look at those two. I do hope that these readings rain well for you. I really wish many blessings, peace, and healing in any sort of heartache and heartbreak that you may have had or difficult situations. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you resonate with the energy here. I do appreciate your time and energy that you bring forth in these videos as well. And you can contact me via email for a personal reading, asking specific questions or looking into something a lot more in detail. Thank you so much. Many blessings for the remainder of 2017. Bye.